设计学院，中国东盟建筑人才培训基地。非常感谢各位的到来。First of all, allow me to express the greatest gratitude to the great support from our organizer. They are the Southeast Asian Minister of Education Organization, Regional Center for Technical Education Development, the School of Art and Design of Guangxi Polytechnic of Construction, and China Asian Construction Talent Training Base. Thank you all for your participation and interest in this workshop. 请允许我用英文向大家介绍今天出席的各位老师。Today, I'm very honored to have our faculty from Guangxi Polytechnic of Construction. From the School of Art and Design, we have Ms. ZHANG, Assistant to the Dean. Ms. Zhang Qi, our lecturer today. Ms. Li Bingbing, instructor of tomorrow's lecture. Mr. Shi Wei, instructor of our third lecture. So online, we have representative from Simultan, Mr. Chong Senka. Thank you all for being here. 接下来是领导信息环节。Now is the leader speech. Please warmly welcome Ms. Zhou Han, the assistant to the dean from the School of Art and Design in Guangxi Polytechnic of Construction, to give us a welcome speech. 有请周涵老师给我们讲话。
各位学员，大家好，欢迎参加广西建设职业技术学院中国建筑技术前沿系列讲座。
Hello, dear students and attendees. Welcome to the Chinese Frontier Construction Technology, the serial lecture hosted by Guangxi Polytechnic of Construction.
我校是首批中国特色高水平高职学校和专业建设计划建设单位，是广西唯一一所公办建设类高职院校。
Guangxi Polytechnic of Construction is one of the first batch of high-level vocational college with Chinese characteristics and professional major construction program. It is the only public vocational college in Guangxi region of China that is highly focused on construction.
学校创建于1958年，秉承厚德、力学、敦行的教训，历经65载，为社会培养了一大批土木工程技术精英，享有“八桂鲁班摇篮”建设英才英基地的美誉。
In 1958, Guangxi Polytechnic of Construction was founded with the school motto: "Be virtuous, study hard, and be diligent." After 65 years of founding, it has cultivated a large number of talented young people who are majoring in civil engineering that makes the school to be honored with great reputation.
2022年，我校与柬埔寨国家技术培训学院、菲律宾理工大学等学府共同成立了中国东盟建筑人才培训基地，其目标是将其打造成为中国与东盟之间建筑职业技术、教育、国际合作的前沿阵地。
In 2022, our school, in collaboration with institutions such as National Technical Training Institute of Cambodia and the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, jointly established the China Asian Construction Talent Training Base. The goal is to develop the training into a leading platform for international cooperation in architectural vocational education between China and ASEAN.
在此基础上，我院开发了一系列民族传统建筑装饰的国际化课程资源，以开展一系列建筑装饰领域职业教育交流与合作项目。
Building upon this foundation, our college has developed a series of international courses focused on traditional ethnic architecture decoration. This initiative aims to facilitate vocational education, exchanges, and collaborative projects in the field of architectural decoration.
经过了反复研讨，最终落地了本次培训。 广西传统建筑装饰培训。中国广西地区的地形地貌、民族文化、生活方式多样，因此相对应的建筑形式也丰富多彩。其中最具有地域代表性的是当然是木构建筑。
After repeated discussions, we finally designed the lecture topic on traditional decoration in ethnic architecture of Guangxi, China. Guangxi region in China is characterized by diverse geographic, ethnic cultures, and lifestyles, leading to create a rich variety of architectural forms. One of the most representative regional style is the stittle wooden structure.
本次课程围绕3个相关主题展开，结合具体案例，从地域性建筑形式到建筑装饰，再到具体施工的工艺和做法，帮助学生更加全面地认识中国广西的传统建筑文化，以及当代对传统建筑及装饰的传承方式。
This workshop focused around 3 interconnected themes. By using specific cases, we explore regional architectural forms, architectural decorations, and the specific techniques and practices involved in art construction. This aims to provide students with a comprehensive understanding of traditional architectural culture in Guangxi, as well as contemporary method of inheriting traditional architecture and decoration.
希望通过本次学习，加深大家对前沿建筑领域的理解，也希望各位学员多学多问，提升自己。
Through this learning experience, we hope to deepen everyone's understanding of the forefront of the architectural field and encourage students to ask questions and enhance knowledge.
最后，欢迎大家能够来到广西，来到美丽的广西建设职业技术学院。
Last but not least, we warmly welcome every one of you to see the beauty in Guangxi, China, to our school, the Guangxi Polytechnic of Construction.
感谢大家。
Thank you all. Thank you, Ms. Zhou Han. Next, please welcome representative from Southeast Asian Minister of Education Organization and Regional Center for Technical Education Development to give us a welcoming speech. Hello, Mr. Chen. Please give us a remark.
Yes, Shula.
Yes. Please have your remark. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Very good afternoon. Welcome to our workshop today. It is my great pleasure to join you all workshop on traditional decoration in Egypt, architecture of China today. I would like to extend a warm welcome to everyone here. Attending the workshop program today make me feel very happy and honored. I am ZHANG, Vice Head of Technical Education and Training Division from Simotit in Cambodia. With in the partnership with Go Study, Globalized Education and Guangxi Polytechnic of Construction. The primary objective of the workshop on traditional decoration in Egypt, architecture of China is foster communication and cooperation between China and ASEAN countries, currently advancing the growth of the region construction also. This workshop have type of topic 3. Number 1, analysis and inherit of traditional architecture in China for today. Number 2, application of region culture in modern interior decoration design for November 13 for tomorrow. And number 3, integrating traditional ethic decoration with contemporary interpret construction technique for December next month. So, architecture and achievement design professional and teacher from Guangxi Polytechnic of Construction, one of the most famous Chinese polytechnic specialized in the construction and civil engineering. This course is intended to provide valuable insight into the work of analysis of the unique characteristic of traditional architecture in Guangxi region, China, for teachers and students who are skilled and learning in civil engineering and information also. Since 2021-2022, CMOTIT and Go Study have cooperated to offer this training and training program and workshop. For training, we can get result 12, and workshop we can get a result 12 too. And also for our cooperation for training from online, Chinese and Cambodia. Lastly, I hope that the training will contribute the development of new knowledge and ability and capacity for to everyone for to join our workshop today. I miss you all, luck, health, and success in this workshop. I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you so much. MC?
Thank you so much, Mr. Chan.
Yeah.
As Mr. Chon introduced, we have our workshops arrangement as we have 3 lectures in 3 days. After
Yeah.
you attend these lectures, students, attendees will earn a valuable certificate issued by Guangxi Polytechnic for Construction and Simultech. So hope we will have a fruitful journey together. So now we have Ms. Zhou to announce that the opening of our workshop.
广西传统建筑装饰培训正式开办。
The workshop on traditional decoration in ethnic architecture of Guangxi, China is now officially launching. We are truly appreciating all the attendees and support from everyone. So now please open your camera and we will have a photo together with our wonderful teachers and students. So please open your camera and we will have a photo with our teachers. Please open your camera so that we can see your face with a good photo together.
朱老师一起。
Okay, smile, 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, one more. And more photo, 3, 2, 1. You have screenshot. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. We have good photos. Okay. Please have a little bit rest for 2 minutes. We can have our lecture 1. Thank you so much for coming. We will have our lecture 1 in 2 minutes. Thank you, Mr. Chuan, for joining us. Right, we are ready. Thank you so much for joining us for lecture 1, the analysis and inheritance of traditional architecture of Guangxi region. Let me introduce our beautiful teacher, Ms. Guangxi. She's a full-time lecturer specialized in architectural design and Chinese ancient architectural culture at the School of Arts and Design of Guangxi Polytechnic Construction. Since 2014, she has been committed to providing students with a series of in-depth courses, including brief history of architectural decoration, principle of architectural design, and Chinese antique architectural design, and other quality courses. She also received several institutional honors and won many awards in professional competition in Guangxi region. Before our class reminders, please be respectful and friendly during the workshop. Please remain muted and avoid making noises. Attendance link will be available in the end of the lectures. To get your certificate, you need to attend the lecture. So now, class begins.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm teacher Zhang Qi. I come from Guangxi, Protective Health Construction. I'm honored to spend this afternoon with you all, sharing about the traditional architecture in Guangxi, China. Firstly, I would like to introduce today's content through a famous Chinese landscape painting. Firstly, I would like to introduce today's content through a famous Chinese landscape painting. This game painting, which is over 10 meters long, is called A Thousand Leagues of Rivers and Mountains. It depicts the beautiful rivers and mountains of China. This painting was created over 1,000 years ago. Because it is too long, the slide is presented in two segments. Zoom in and see what can you see. What can you see in the picture? We can see mountains, rivers, and green trees. And zoom again. What can you see else? What else can you see? We can see some houses. This is one of the important features of Chinese landscape painting. Chinese landscape paintings rarely express landscapes alone. Buildings and people are often combined in the picture, which expresses the idea of harmony between man and nature. Harmony between man and nature means that human beings are intrinsically related to nature. Human beings and human buildings are part of the whole universe, interdependent and interacting with nature. Human beings should respect nature, conform to it and protect it, and seek wisdom and guidance from it. Based on this background, the traditional residential buildings in Guangxi region have never been the protagonists in nature, but insisting a humble manner in the natural world. The building in the picture, they are not tall, not big, not prominent. From the distance, it even looks like a part that has grown out of the nature. Today, let's get to know the most distinctive architectural types in Guangxi. The content shared this afternoon is divided into two parts. The first part introduces the characteristics of traditional architecture in Guangxi, and the second part simply introduces a case to explain the inheritance and development of contemporary regional architecture against traditional architecture. Part 1. The characteristics of Guangxi traditional architecture. Guangxi is located in the south of China, bordering the ocean in the south and mountains in the north, with warm climate and abundant rain. According to the geographical features, Guangxi can be divided into different regions. The natural conditions, types of production, living habits, and national customs of all regions in the area are different. Therefore, the architecture and ethnic culture of each landscape area in Guangxi has its own unique features. Like this, the buildings in each area are different, very different. There are 56 ethnic groups in China. Among them, the Han population is the majority. Other ethnic groups account for a small proportion of population, so they are called ethnic minorities. Since ancient times, 12 ethnic groups, including the Han, Zhuang, Dong, Miao, and Yao, living together here. Each ethnic group has chosen its own location to build and live together, forming a unique regional architectural culture in Guangxi. Long times ago, after the Qing dynasty, a large number of Han people entered Guangxi, and some local people choose to exchange and integrate with Han culture. Architecture and decoration incorporated a large amount of Han culture on the basis of the original tradition, and the other people chooses to retreat to mountainous areas with relatively closed traffic. These ethnic minority buildings that have retreated to the mountains and forests have been less influenced by Han culture and still retain the natural and simple characteristics of traditional architecture. The most distinct traditional architectural form among them is the wooden architecture of the Dong ethnic group. Now, I will take in Dong ethnic wooden architecture as an example from 3 aspects: traditional residential, public buildings, and architectural decoration. The first part about traditional residential buildings is the architectural form, stilt architecture. Stilt architecture, also known as hanging house, is the main type of residential building of the Zhuang, Dong, Miao, and other ethnic minorities. The people cherish their views and strive to follow the trend of mountainous areas as much as possible when build buildings. They leave relatively flat and complete land for cultivation and choose higher and steeper elevations for construction. In order to reduce the excavation of project, the building is partly elevated on the lower floors by means of wooden columns, resulting in a unique stilt architecture. The bottom floor, supported by wooden columns, is used to store farm tools, or feed animals. The second floor houses people, and the third floor mainly stores grain. This architectural form not only improves the humid living environment in Guangxi, but also makes rational use of the space on each floor. The second part of the traditional residence is the construction method. Let's learn about natural building materials together. First, wood. Guangxi is mountainous and densely forested, with a humid and hot climate. They used to be often attacked by poisonous snakes and beasts. Ethnic minorities in Guangxi have created building structures erected with wood in their daily lives and practices. Most of the building compositions, including columns, beams, roof, trusses, stairs, floors, walls, are all made of wood. This picture shows the wooden window, wooden roof, wooden frame, wooden door, and wooden staircase. The Liujiang River basin has a mild climate and abundant plants, providing a large amount of natural materials for the construction of wooden buildings. The picture shows the wooden corridor, wooden floor, and wooden wall. Using wood as a building material can make the building appear the color of the wood itself and change over time. The color tone is simple and elegant. The Guangxi region is humid and rainy. The buildings need to be protected from rain and corrosion. Stone has the characteristics of low water absorption, high hardness, and corrosion resistance. Therefore, stones are usually used in areas that are not easily affected by rainwater, such as wall foundations and column corners of buildings. In traditional Chinese architecture, there is usually a stone column based under the wooden columns, which can prevent the wood from getting damp and make the house more stable. Green tiles are widely used on the roof of traditional buildings in China, and their basic materials are gravel and soil. Green tiles not only serve as a shelter for space, but also play an important decorative role. They are used to build different roof styles. This picture shows the traditional tools for making tiles. The last picture. Almost all the building materials in Guangxi traditional architecture come from nature, with a rough but natural texture. In modern architecture and interior design, the walls are often used with granular paint to simulate the rough texture of natural materials. The overall color of Guangxi-style architecture is dark brown, with a low-key architecture temperament that is not conspicuous, just like Guangxi people who have lived in mountainous areas for a long time and have a peaceful and simple heart. The most important aspect of construction is the column and tie construction structure. Let's learn about the structure of this building through an animation. The column and tie construction uses wooden columns to support purlins, and purlins are mounted on rafters. The weight of the roof is directly transmitted from the purlins to the columns, and then to the ground. This is the structure of this building. Okay. To ensure the overall stability of multiple columns, wooden braces are used to horizontally penetrate each row to columns and to form a frame. At the same time, every two frames are connected by wooden brace to form a complete frame. This type of wooden frame has a strong integrity and does not require a single iron nail to fix it. All parts that need to be connected are completed with a mortise and tunnel structure. The building is not only lightweight, but also has excellent wind and seismic resistance. The highest level of wooden construction skill in Guangxi is located in Sanjiang Dong, autonomous country. They complete the whole building from design to main construction. The tools hung on the wall are commonly used by Dong architects. A Dong architect is demonstrating the use of traditional drilling tools. Architects of the Dong ethnic group do not need to draw blueprints, but instead use special mysterious words and bundles of bamboo sticks to build houses, on which the size and connection of each piece of wood are erected. For example, these words front, back, left, right, up and down are neither English nor Chinese, but mysterious words belonging to Dong architects. This is a word and bamboo stick exclusive to Dong architects. Next, we talk about the public buildings of Dong ethnic villages. In Dong ethnic villages, the most famous ones are Drum Tower and Wind and Rain Bridge, which are important symbols of Dong villages. The Drum Tower is named after the leather drums hanging inside the building. If an emergency occurs, the clan leader will send someone to the tower to play drums and seek help. The initial design of ZHANG Tower originated from the cedar tree, and Dong people enjoy chatting and socializing under the tree. With the change of living environment, the huge trees cannot be transplanted and cannot provide shelter from wind and rain. So Dong ethnic villagers built according to the shape of a tree and used the technical of steam railing. Nowadays, the ZHANG Tower is still a public place for Dong people to gather, entertain, rest, and chat. If encouraging major issues, the village leader will gather the villagers to the ZHANG Tower to discuss and make decisions. Therefore, the ZHANG Tower is also a symbol of village authority and the center of political activities. The top of the ZHANG Tower is shaped like a goat, with each projecting corner made into a cornice and the pointed corner shaped like a bird. Looking up, it feels like a group of birds inhabiting the branches of a cedar tree. The Dong ethnic group worships spiders and has formed a special culture connotation. The Dong ethnic group worships spiders and has formed a special cultural connotation. Dong people see spiders as auspicious symbols of peace and joy. Spider patterns are very common in Dong embroidery, with various forms of expression. Elders often hang a spider pattern bag or embroidered a spider pattern on their children's shoulder strap to protect their health and prevent disease invasion. The structure of The structure of spider webs also affect the internal structure and decoration of the ZHANG Tower. The wooden compositions are reasonable cold, and the load-bearing structure is reasonably distributed. Another important type of public buildings in Dong villages are wind and rain bridges. Dong villages are mostly built on both sides of rivers and streams, separated by water. Due to the construction of corridors and pavilions on the bridge, which can be used by people and also provide shelter from wind and rain. It is named the Wind and Rain Bridge. The pavilions on the bridge are usually built with pagoda-shaped spears. The spear is made of phoenix or gold worshipped by the Dong ethnic group, symbolizing good luck. The building elements are not only used in contemporary architectural design, but also provide rich inspiration for interior decoration design. The picture shows architectural and interior design cases based on wind and rain bridges, ZHANG towers, and wooden structures. The third part of Dong ethnic wooden architecture is architectural decoration. The third part of the Dong ethnic wooden architecture is architectural decoration. First, roof. The roof of the steel buildings is mostly hangover roof. The roof of the steel building is mostly overhanging roof, covered with small green tails. The eaves are upturned, usually called flying eaves, locally known as the ox hall shape. The ridge of the roof is often decorated with the shape of ox hall, which originated from the worship of cattle by the ancestors. As an ancient farming nation, the people have been using cattle for farming since a long time ago. The cattle is a symbol of diligence, auspiciousness, and wealth. Therefore, the abstract ox hall is placed on the roof range to pray for a happy life. The decoration of the wall. The focus of wall decoration is on doors and windows. Doors play a role in welcoming ghosts and the warding off ghosts in the regional culture of Guangxi. Even for ordinary family, a pair of wooden hairpins are embedded on the lintel and simple carved. It is both a decoration and a symbol of warding off evil and protecting the house, ensuring safe living. The decoration on the window lattice of Dong ethnic dwellings is mostly a grid composed of straight lines. With slight changes in arrangement, ice cracks and diamond patterns are most common. A wealthy family will also embed animals or flowers on the lattice bars, which not only express the owner's desire for a safe and prosperous life, but also play a beautifying role. The decoration of hanging flower pillar. The type of short column hanging under the eaves without falling is called a hanging flower pillar, with the column height either round or square, usually painted in the form of petals. This is the common style of hanging flower pillar in Guangxi region. These decorative images are mostly drawn from plants to nature, with vivid shapes and auspicious meanings, adding a touch of elegance and beauty to the originally simple architecture. That's all about the first part. The second part of content shared this afternoon is the inheritance and development of contemporary architecture in Guangxi. Now, I will briefly showcase a contemporary hotel architectural design case in Guangxi, which draws inspiration from local traditional architecture. Regional modern architecture is not blindly imitating traditional architecture, but extracting representative elements in terms of culture and style, and carrying out secondary recreation. Terraced fields are a common type of farmland in Guangxi. Contemporary architecture and decorative design often draw inspiration from it. The hotel welcomes guests with terraced landscape flower stairs, just like a terraced field. The traditional roofs of Dong ethnic buildings are double sloping. Dong ethnic steel buildings often add one or two eaves under the front of rear eaves.
forming a double eave style. It can not only block the exposure and the erosion of strong sunlight and the rainwater, but also enrich the shape of tall buildings with changes in lines and a stronger sense of inherency. The hotel uses modern building materials, extracts the traditional roof image, and makes secondary reaction. Seen from a distance, the roof has distinct layers and is full of aesthetic feeling. The entrance of the building extracts the elements from the wind and rain bridge of the Dong ethnic group in Zhanjiang. The towers and the pavilions on traditional wind and rain bridges are built on stone piers, which stand in fast-flowing water. The hotel uses bridge piers to divide the space and displays the underlying space through transparent glass. This is a traditional forms, and this is a modern forms. The interior of the hotel draws inspiration from traditional architectural eaves, increasing the use of space under the eaves and minimizing the impact of rainwater. The left side is a traditional style, and the right side is a modern style, having the same characteristics, but not exactly the same. The glass windows of the hotel are divided into small pieces by wooden reeds, and the upper part is decorated with the pattern of traditional wooden lattice windows. It not only breaks the monotony of large-area glass windows, but also highlights the national characteristics. The hotel re-expresses the construction mode of putting wood on stone in architecture, and the building materials restore the color and the texture of wood and stone in nature as much as possible. Taking into account the actual use of modern life function, the glass enclosure is used to replace the traditional practice of complete elevation. This building draws inspiration from traditional architecture on the basis of inheritance, meeting the usage need to contemporary people with modern architectural technology. I think it's a great attempt. With respect and gratitude towards nature, the traditional architecture in Guangxi depict improvement and evolution, always fits perfectly into nature. Although these transqueen of buildings may be lacking some forms of comfort, but for locals, they are where their hearts belong. Time changes, the vitality of wooden architecture has never disappeared. In the secondary reaction of modern people, they are all the more ingenious and full of life. The above is all the content I shared today, hoping to help everyone have a more comprehensive understanding of Guangxi architecture and culture. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Zhang.
We will have a Q&A section right now. So please put on your question into the chat box so we can answer to your questions. If you have any question, you can open your microphone or type in the chat box that Ms. Zhang can answer. Please send a question into the chat box. Miss Zhang will answer. 再走一遍 PPT， 就是展示一下，因为他们喜欢看那个图片。Okay, so we have one question. Question about bamboo. Free from bamboo. Okay. Could you clarify your question? Could you form the question into a question? So you can answer to that. Okay, another question about the joint cement for fundament joint and how come back with water sealing material. Mm-hmm. 是吧？他们问题，他们英语。或者可以介绍一下咱们就是用的木啊或者竹子啊。
竹子和木都是广西当地的一种主要的建筑材料。
So about a question on bamboo, Ms. Zhang mentioned that in architecture in Guangxi, we use a lot of woods and bamboo.
因为这个气候的原因，所以广西地区种了很多杉树，是一种非常直、非常高的一种树种，所以它用来做建筑的结构和装饰都非常的合适。
In Guangxi, because our environment is very humid and with a lot of water, like very humid, so we plant a lot of trees that is high and tall. So we use that kind of wood to build our houses. It's very stable. Next question. Something about modern or contemporary building. Are there any examples how the modern building applying the structure using traditional methods? Hello, 白卡。有个问题就是关于这个现代跟当代的建筑跟过去的建筑，就是有什么例子，就是当代建筑去使用这种
刚才的课程的第二个部分就是一个案例，它是广西三江地区的一个度假酒店。
Okay, so on the PPT, what we are showing is the modern example of using traditional method. This is a hotel. This is a 5-star hotel in our region that they use. As you can see, it using the traditional method to apply in a modern hotel.
这个案例主要是从它的建筑造型出发，一段一段来吧。
You can see the outlayer, the structure from outside of the hotel looks very similar from our traditional architecture.
比如说，梯田是广西的一种传统的农耕的一种地形。
And these farms, you can see the layer of the farms it is very normal in our Guangxi region.
所以这个酒店的入口就用了这样的一个梯田的造型去呼应传统建筑。
So as you can see, this hotel is using the kind of farming land we have in Guangxi to build such hotel.
还有类似这样的建筑屋顶，虽然我们是用现代的建筑的几何形体以及现代的材料，但是它的样式和传统的屋顶是相互呼应的。
As you can see, the rooftop of this hotel, it is using modern materials that we are having, but the structure, layer, and shape is from traditional architectures.
还有一些特定的建筑造型会从传统的风雨桥和鼓楼当中去提取一些灵感。
So designers are inspired by the old and traditional architecture to apply in this hotel. As you can see, very similar, but with modern inspiration. Okay, thank you. Next question. Next question. It's quite hard to preserve buildings and costing. Yes. Do the Dong people have a unique method for preserving wood and bamboo? Thank you for that question. 有个问题就是房屋是很难去这个保护。那侗族的人他怎么去保护他的那个木质结构的房子？
就是在这个杉树，刚才讲到的杉树这种材料被砍掉之后，它是要经过很多重的工艺，包括晾晒、包括防腐等等很多的这样的过程，然后才能被投入到建设当中去的。
Okay, so for the question, how are we preserving our house with wooden house? Because the special kind of wood that we are using for the house construction, after people cut the wood, they need to have many process with the wood. They don't use the wood directly from cutting. They need to dry it and to have many process. So before they build the house, they need to fix the woods.
那就是比较传统的做法。那因为现在这个建筑工艺在发展，所以如果说这些人当代还住在这些老房子里面，就会用到一些现代的技术去对它做一些防水、防潮，甚至防火、防白蚁这样的一些技术。
In the past, they don't have modern techniques to preserve their house. So right now, Dong people use modern techniques to preserve their house as well. They prevent their house from water and from insects and from fire. So they use modern technique in building their traditional house. Okay, thank you. Next question.
和现代建筑跟古代传统的结合。
I think the culture here finds it difficult to combine them. What's the solution? Do you mean in Indonesia? Hello, Ford. I want to ask the use of traditional. Oh, in Indonesia. Okay, let me ask if Miss Zhang know anything about that. 就是一个印尼的学生，他问，就是我们可以结合这个传统跟现代的这个理念，但是在印尼他发现它比较难。就是你有了解，就是印尼的建筑或者是
就是说怎么去把这些就传统的理念去融合到现代的，就可以在不同的这个文化、不同的国家里面去适用的这样一个法则。
我认为首先还是从当地的这个自然条件出发，它的地形、它的气候适用怎么样的建筑。
Thank you for this great question. So Miss Zhang answered that for any country, any culture, if you want to apply your culture and traditions into the modern architecture, you need to consider on the environment and geographic condition of your location.
其次，每个地方的文化它都会有差异，那应该从当地的这个文化当中去提取一些符号，甚至是图腾、图案，可以把它用在一些今天的建筑上面去。
So we from different countries and we have different cultures. From our countries and cultures, we can learn from the past. We can learn from history and learn from the traditional traditional construction to find is there any patterns, any beautiful things that you can apply into nowadays construction. So inspired to look for inspiration from the past.
当然，有一些情况下，传统的建筑形式可能不适合今天的建筑。
But in some situation, the traditional architecture may not suitable to have at the moment. I mean, it's no longer suitable today.
那就可以把之前提取出来的这些元素啊、符号啊，用到今天的室内装饰里面，它也是很好的一种应用。
But it is very good to learn from the past, like patterns and shape and culture to apply into nowadays decoration in our modern architecture.
明天我们也有一位老师将会从这个方面去展开介绍。
So tomorrow's lecture will be based on the indoor decoration. So and see you tomorrow for that. Any more questions? Any question from Ms. Giski? Yeah, you can speak. Oh, one more. How do they design traditional bathroom? 就是传统的这个浴室或者是上洗手间的地方是怎么设计的？
因为以前的这个房子它是木结构的，纯木结构的，所以当跟水有关系的这些功能都会是单独的一个部分。
So in the past, the traditional house is made from wood, so it's avoid to have this kind of water, liquid, and bathroom inside the house. So we need to separate the bathroom with the house.
今天的这些就是在新建的这些木构建筑里面的这些浴室啊、厕所，都会用今天的这些防水材料，按照今天的做法做在里面，看起来是以前的样子，但其实它有新的功能。
So today, nowadays, we also learn from the past architecture in building bathrooms.
And every time when a foreigner or anyone asks us what is the traditional food, mostly all the Cambodian food, lovely to introduce this food to them. Can you speak?
No.
I missed your question.
Whereas only
commercial background so you can see the phone.
yeah.
Is there a question? It's not
Yes,
clear.
because you are sharing the screen, that's why we cannot.
Okay, I start now. You can share your screen or the pictures.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. It was not quite clear, so I cannot catch you. So if you can type, that's perfect.
Yes. Can you see?
Yeah.
Please come to Cambodia and try this food.
还有其他问题吗，同学们？会啊。Patrick, do you have contact information?
All right.
Pardon?
So here's the attendance link. Please fill in the link for your attendance so we can have your name registered for our certification. So any more questions from other students? No? Okay. Then we can have another group photo together. We can have another group photo together. You can open your camera so that we can see your face. Okay, you can open your camera so we can see you all. We can have a good photo together. We are waiting for you. Camera open. We have 100 people and have more camera on, please. And we want to see your face. So in school, our ring bell just calling. Please have more camera open. Open your camera, please. Hello, Mr. Mao. We have old friends.
Yes, hello, Gula.
Hello, you've been here. So Mr. Mao was here in Guangxi Polytechnic Construction like 2 months ago. So it's very nice to see you again.
Yes, very nice to see all of you again.
Okay. What more camera, more camera. Okay. Okay. Now 3, 2, 1. Smile. 3, 2, 1. Smile. Thank you so much for joining. don't forget to register for our attendance. The attendance link is in the checkbox. Please remember to fill the link and we will have your certificate after you attend 3 lectures. And we will see you tomorrow, 3 p.m. at the same time. Tomorrow's lecture will also about the decoration from the traditional perspective and apply into the modern architecture. So we'll see you tomorrow, and please don't forget the attendance link in the checkbox. Remember to fill and enter your email correctly. Please remember to enter your email correctly.
Bye.
Thank you, Miss Zhang.
Thank
谢谢
you.
老师，很棒。
Thank you.
对，有些学生是中文系的。
I'm very honored to spend this afternoon with you all. Bye. Thank you again. Bye.
Oh. 对的。
明天你用这个吗？那我就留给你。对，但是苹果系统跟我们那。
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't forget to fill in the attendance link in the checkbox.
Hello. 他会吃的，就读了一遍，不被读了。
Guangxi.